Welcome to 15-Minute English Drive. I'm Leo.
And I'm Debbie. Today we dive straight into 12 essential words about at the gym. Let's go. I sometimes find myself at the gym wondering if I'm doing the exercise correctly, or even using the right words.
Oh, Debbie, you know what? That is actually so true for me too, especially when I'm tired on a Monday morning and haven't had enough coffee. It's a real struggle.
Right? I often just copy what the person next to me is doing, hoping it looks okay. Sometimes I feel a bit lost in all the specific gym talk.
Haha, I do the same thing, honestly. Okay, so here's the thing. Before you start any exercise, it's really important to do something called warm-up. So picture this. You just arrive at the gym, feeling a bit stiff from sitting in traffic, and you want to jump straight into lifting some heavy weights. What should you do first?
Oh, I know this one. You absolutely shouldn't just start, Leo. My cat, Biscuit, even stretches before she pounces. It's all about preparing your body properly.
Exactly. And the word for that is warm up. It's super important for preventing injuries and getting your muscles ready to go.
WARMUP. 2 words, spelled just like they sound. Easy to remember.
It means to do light exercises before your main workout. You raise your body temperature and get your blood flowing, you know?
Yes, for example, I always begin my gym routine with a 5-minute walk on the treadmill to warm up my legs. It prepares your body slowly.
That's actually so true. I usually do some arm circles and leg swings to warm up before I hit the weights. It makes a big difference for me.
You know, it's like slowly heating a kettle for my Earl Grey tea, isn't it? You don't want to just boil it from cold. It needs a gentle build-up.
Ha, good comparison. And you also hear it outside the gym, like, the singer needed to warm up her voice before the concert. It's not just about muscles.
Brilliant. So after you've gently warmed up your body, what's the next thing you need to remember to do at the end of your session, Leo?
Oh, I know where you're going with this, Debbie. It's the opposite of warming up, right? This is something I sometimes forget when I'm in a rush.
Don't worry, this one trips everyone up sometimes, even keen gym goers. It's just as vital as warming up for your muscle recovery.
And the word for that is cool down. It brings your heart rate back to normal slowly, helping your muscles relax.
COOLDOWN. Another 2-word phrase, straightforward to spell out loud.
It means to do light exercises after your main workout. This helps prevent muscle soreness later on, which is a real bonus.
For instance, after my intense run, I always do a gentle 10-minute walk to cool down properly. My former students learned this quickly.
That's a good one. I always try to do a 5-minute easy bike ride to cool down after my heavy lifting sessions. It helps me recover faster.
Actually, fun fact, some people even say cool down period as a noun, like a cool down period is essential. It shows it's a specific part of your workout.
Yeah, my trainer always tells me, don't skip your cool down, Leo, or you'll regret it tomorrow. He's usually right about that.
He sounds wise. Right, so you've warmed up and you've cooled down. But what do you call one single movement of an exercise?
Okay, so here's the thing. When I'm lifting weights, I don't just lift it once, right? I do it multiple times for each exercise.
Oh, I hadn't thought of it that way. It's true, you don't just pick something up and put it down once. It needs to be repeated for effect.
Exactly. And the word for one single lift and lower, one complete movement, is a rep. It's short for repetition.
REP. Super short and easy to remember. Just 3 letters.
A rep is one full cycle of an exercise, for example, lifting a weight up and then slowly lowering it back down.
So you might say, I did 10 reps of bicep curls today. It means you completed the movement 10 separate times.
Yes, my trainer usually tells me, Leo, try to do 12 reps for 3 sets. I honestly feel it after that.
Brilliant. So it's a measure of how many times you perform an exercise movement. You can do low reps with heavy weights or high reps with lighter weights.
That's actually so true. Sometimes I see people doing really fast reps, but my trainer says slow and controlled reps are better for muscle growth.
Right? So we know what a rep is, but what do you call a group of these reps? That specific number of movements.
Oh, I think I just used this word in my example, actually. It's how you group your reps together, you know.
You did. You're thinking ahead, Leo. It's how you structure your overall exercises, putting smaller parts together into a larger chunk.
That's right. And the word for a group of reps, usually with a short rest in between, is a set.
SET, another simple 3-letter word, very common in the gym environment.
A set is a complete number of repetitions for an exercise. You often do several sets for each exercise.
For example, I finished 3 sets of 10 reps on the leg press machine. This means 30 total repetitions.
Yeah, my gym routine always says, perform 3 sets of 10-12 reps. It's a standard way to structure your workout.
So technically you do 1 set, then you rest, then you do another set. It helps your muscles recover slightly before the next effort.
That's why I always grab a sip of water between sets. It gives me a moment to catch my breath before the next group of reps.
Very sensible. Okay, so we've got individual movements and groups of movements. What about exercises that make your heart beat faster?
Oh, this is my favorite part of the gym. It's all about getting your heart pumping and getting a good sweat going.
I bet. I see people running on the treadmill, huffing and puffing. My cat Biscuit gets her cardio chasing a laser pointer. Much less effort for me.
That's actually so true. And the word for exercise that makes your heart stronger is cardio. It's short for cardiovascular.
CARDIO. It sounds a bit medical, but it's very common in the gym.
Cardio is any exercise that raises your heart rate and gets your blood flowing. It's good for your heart health.
So you might say, I usually do 30 minutes of cardio before I do any weightlifting. It's a great way to improve your stamina.
That's my typical Monday morning routine, actually. I do 20 minutes of cardio, then move on to my weights. It wakes me up.
Technically, things like running, swimming, cycling, and even dancing are all forms of cardio. Anything that challenges your heart.
My sister Mia, who's learning Mandarin, sometimes tells me about her friends who only do cardio at the gym. They love running.
Right then. So, we've got heart-pumping exercises covered. What about the exercises where you lift heavy things?
Oh, this is my main passion at the gym. I love feeling stronger and seeing my muscles grow. It's very satisfying.
I can imagine, Leo. I see plenty of people carefully lifting heavy objects. I prefer lifting my Earl Grey mug. It's less strenuous.
Good one. And the objects you lift, or the type of exercise, we call them weights.
WEIGHTS. That GH can be tricky for some, but it's just like the word light.
Weights are heavy objects used for exercise to build muscle. You can lift them or push them.
So, I use dumbbells and barbells for my weights workout. These are specific types of heavy equipment.
Yeah, I usually start with some lighter weights to warm up, then move to heavier weights for my main sets. It's important to progress slowly.
You know what? Technically, weights can also refer to the entire section of the gym where you lift. Like, I'm going to the weights area now.
That's actually so true. And my trainer always says, don't forget to put your weights back after you're finished. It keeps the gym tidy.
Good advice. So we've strengthened our heart and our muscles. What do you do to make your muscles long and flexible?
Oh, this is another one I sometimes forget, much to my body's regret later. It feels so good when you actually do it, though.
It really does. My cat Biscuit is an expert at this, always extending herself fully. We should all learn from our feline friends.
Ha, yes. And the action of lengthening your muscles to improve flexibility is to stretch.
Stretch. It's a single, powerful verb that describes the action perfectly.
To stretch means to extend your body or a part of your body. It improves your flexibility and helps prevent injuries.
For example, I always try to stretch my hamstrings after my run. It really helps to ease any tightness.
That's a good one. I always try to stretch my chest and shoulders after my upper body workout. It helps my posture.
Actually, fun fact, the word stretch also means to extend over a long area, like the road stretches for miles, so it has a similar idea of extension.
That's actually so true, and sometimes I hear people say, I need a good stretch, meaning they need to do some stretching exercises.
Brilliant. So we've loosened up our muscles. Now, who is the person who helps you figure out what to do at the gym?
Oh, this is a crucial person, especially when you're starting out and you don't know what you're doing at the gym. They guide you.
They really do, Leo. It's like having a personal coach, someone who can tell you if you're holding your weights correctly or if your form is good.
Exactly. And the person who helps you exercise correctly and safely is called a trainer, a personal trainer.
Trainer. It just means someone who trains you, quite literally.
A trainer is a professional who helps you plan and perform your workouts. They offer advice and motivation.
For example, my trainer showed me how to use the leg press machine safely. They ensure you don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, my trainer Mike always pushes me to do one more rep. He's really good at helping me achieve my goals at the gym.
You know what? We also use trainer for someone who trains athletes, or even a dog trainer. It's a general word for an instructor.
That's actually so true. And sometimes I hear people say, I'm meeting my trainer at 6 a.m. tomorrow. That's dedication.
It certainly is. Right, so you have your trainer helping you. What do you call those big pieces of equipment you use?
Oh, these are everywhere in the gym. Some are for cardio, some are for weights. They help you target specific muscles, you know?
They are indeed. They can look quite complicated at first with all their levers and pulleys. I prefer the simpler options.
Ha! I know what you mean. And those pieces of equipment, especially the big ones, are called a machine.
Machine. Be careful with that CH sound. It's like a shush sound, not a chech sound.
A machine is a piece of equipment used for exercise. They often guide your movements for safety.
So, I like to use the rowing machine for my cardio workout. It gives a great full-body exercise.
Yeah, I usually do my chest presses on a machine first, then move to free weights. It helps me focus on form.
Actually, fun fact, machine can also mean a vehicle, like a really fast driving machine. So it implies a complex working device.
That's actually so true. And my sister Mia uses a special machine to help her practice her Chinese pronunciation. Not a gym machine, though.
Oh, that's clever. Right, so we know about the equipment. What do you call the specific plan of exercises you follow?
Oh, this is so important for consistency at the gym. You can't just go in and do whatever you feel like, right?
Well, you can, but it's much better to have a plan, isn't it? It makes sure you're working different muscle groups and making progress.
Exactly. And the specific plan of exercises you do regularly is called your routine.
Routine. It means a regular course of procedure, a familiar pattern.
A routine is a planned sequence of exercises you perform consistently. It helps you achieve fitness goals.
So you might say, I follow a 3-day-a-week gym routine. This keeps you accountable and on track.
That's a good one. My morning routine always includes my coffee and then my gym routine. It helps me structure my day.
Actually, we use routine for many things like my morning routine or a dance routine. It's just a set pattern of actions.
That's actually so true. My sister Mia has a studying routine for her Mandarin too. It helps her stay organized.
Brilliant. So we know the plan. What do you call the whole session of exercises you do at the gym?
Oh, this is the main event. It's the whole reason you go to the gym in the first place. All those reps and sets.
It certainly is, Leo. It's the total effort you put in, the sum of all your exercises. It makes you feel good afterwards, usually.
Exactly. And the entire session of physical exercise you do is called a workout.
WORKOUT. It's a compound word, formed from work and out.
A workout is a session of physical exercise. It can be long or short, intense or light.
For example, I had a really tough workout at the gym today. My muscles are aching. It describes the whole experience.
Yeah, after a good workout, I always feel tired but also really energized for the rest of the day. It helps clear my head.
Technically, it's also a verb, to work out. Like, I need to work out more often. But the noun, workout, is very common.
That's actually so true. And sometimes I hear people say, I had a great workout, meaning they felt like they achieved a lot during their session.
Right then. So we've had our workout. One last word for a specific piece of cardio equipment that everyone recognizes.
Oh, this is the classic cardio machine. Everyone knows this one, even if they don't use it often.
They really do, Leo. It's one of the most popular machines in any gym, perfect for running indoors no matter the weather.
Exactly. And the machine you walk or run on indoors with a moving belt is a treadmill.
Treadmill. 2 L's at the end there. It means a mill for treading historically.
A treadmill is a fitness machine with a moving belt that allows you to walk or run in place. Great for cardio.
So you might say, I hate running outdoors, so I always use the treadmill at the gym. It's a very convenient option.
That's a good one. I usually start my cardio with a 10-minute run on the treadmill before moving to the bike.
Actually, fun fact, treadmill was originally a machine for prisoners to walk on, to grind corn or pump water. A much harder workout back then.
Oh, wow, that's actually so true. I sometimes feel like a prisoner on my treadmill during rush hour traffic, honestly.
Ha! Right then, we've covered a brilliant set of words for the gym. Feeling good about our workout vocabulary today, Leo?
I'm feeling strong, Debbie. So listener, how about we test you? What do you do before your main workout to get ready?
Oh, that's to warm up. Always start gently, like a good cup of Earl Grey.
You got that one. Next, what do you call the exercises that make your heart beat faster?
That's cardio, Leo. Excellent for your heart health.
Brilliant. Now, what is one single movement of an exercise like one lift?
That's a rep, short for repetition. I always tell my students to remember that.
Perfect. Okay, what do you do after your main workout to slow your heart rate down?
That's to cool down, of course. Essential for avoiding muscle soreness, I always say.
Absolutely. What do you call a group of repetitions, usually with a short rest in between?
That would be a set, wouldn't it? Like 3 sets of 10 reps.
You got it. Now, what are those heavy objects you lift to build muscle?
Those are weights, Leo. I sometimes lift my cat Biscuit. She's a heavy weight.
Ha, good one. What do you call the person who helps you exercise correctly and safely?
Oh, that's your trainer. They're invaluable for good form.
Exactly. What do you call the action of lengthening your muscles to improve flexibility?
That's to stretch, Leo. My cat Biscuit is an expert at that.
So true. And what are those big pieces of equipment you use at the gym?
Those are machines, of course. Some of them look like torture devices to me.
What do you call the specific plan of exercises you follow regularly?
That's your routine. Consistency is key, after all.
Yes, and what is the entire session of physical exercise you do?
That's your workout. The whole big effort all together.
Fantastic. Last one for you, Debbie. What's the machine you walk or run on indoors with a moving belt?
That's the treadmill. A classic, and so useful on a rainy Manchester day.
You absolutely aced it, Debbie. And to all our listeners out there, you did an amazing job today.
You really did. You've successfully navigated the gym with us. Keep practicing these words and you'll sound like a pro.
That is the end of today's 15-minute English Drive. Great work listening all the way through.
New episode every day. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss one. Keep practicing, and we will see you tomorrow. Safe drive.